The still mysterious death of Edgar Allan Poe. Was the famous author killed from a beating, from carbon monoxide poisoning, from alcohol withdrawal? Here are 9 top theories. It was raining in Baltimore on October 3rd, 1949, but that didn't stop Joseph W. Walker, a compositor for the Baltimore Sun, from heading out to Gunner's Hall, a public house, also known as a bar, bustling with activity. It was election day, and Gunner's Hall served as a pop-up polling location for the Fourth Ward polls. When Walker arrived at Gunner's Hall, he found a man, delirious, dressed in shabby second-hand clothes, lying in the gutter. The man was semi-conscious, but unable to move. But as Walker approached him, he discovered something unexpected. The man was Edgar Allan Poe. Worried about the health of the addled poet, Walker stopped and asked Poe if he had any acquaintances in Baltimore that might be able to help him. Poe gave Walker the name of Joseph E. Snodgrass, a magazine editor, and who also happened to have some medical training. Immediately, Walker penned Snodgrass a letter asking for help. Baltimore City, October 3rd, 1949. Dear Sir, there is a gentleman, rather the worse for wear, at Ryan's Fourth Ward polls, who goes under the cognomen, or alternate name, pen name, of Edgar A. Poe, and who appears to be in great distress. And he says he is acquainted with you. He is in need of immediate assistance. Yours in haste, Joseph W. Walker, to Dr. J. E. Snodgrass. On September 27th, almost a week earlier, Poe had left Richmond, Virginia, bound for Philadelphia, to edit a collection of poems for Mrs. St. Leon Loud, a minor figure in American poetry at the time. When Walker found Poe in delirious disarray outside of the polling place, it was the first anyone had heard or seen of the poet since his departure from Richmond. Poe never made it to Philadelphia to attend to his editing business, nor did he make it back to New York, where he had been living, to escort his aunt back to Richmond for his impending wedding. Poe was never to leave Baltimore, where he launched his career in the early 19th century again. And in the 4 days between Walker finding Poe outside the public house and Poe's death on October the 7th, he never regained consciousness to explain how he had come to be found in soiled clothes, not his own, incoherent on the streets. Instead, Poe spent his final days wavering between fits of delirium, gripped by visual hallucinations. The night before his death, according to his attending physician, Dr. John J. Moran, Poe repeatedly called out for Reynolds, a figure who, to this day, remains a mystery. Poe's death, shrouded in mystery, seems ripped directly from the pages of one of his own works. He had spent years crafting a careful image of a man inspired by adventure and fascinated with enigmas. A poet, a detective, an author, a world traveler who fought in the Greek War of Independence and was held prisoner in Russia. But though his death certificate lists the cause of death as phrenitis, or swelling of the brain, the mysterious circumstances surrounding his own death have led many to speculate that the true cause of Poe's demise. Maybe it's fitting that since he invented the detective story, says Chris Semter, curator of the Poe Museum in Richmond, Virginia, he left us with a real life mystery. And if you'd like to read more about his death, click on this link or use the QR code here. Now enjoy your reading and go off and find a great book.